Welcome to the video Vort. This week's Parsha, Tazria, in the main, speaks about the nega of tzaras, the blemish, the disease of tzaras. And there are three types of tzaras. There is tzaras of the home, tzaras of the beged, of the clothing, and tzaras of the person, the skin disease, which is the most commonly well known. In the context of tzaras of the beged, of the clothing, the Torah tells us, and behold, when they examine the garment, and they see, has the blemish changed at all? Has the color become lightened or disappeared? And if so, then that's one outcome. But if in fact there has been no change to the color of the blemish on the garment, then the garment must be taken, discarded, and destroyed. The Chidushe suggests that there is a deeper meaning here in the pasuk, and that is that the cause of tzaras, according to the Gemara, there are several. One of which is tzaras ayin, somebody who is stingy, a stingy spirit. Doesn't mean that they're stingy with their money per se, but they look at life through a negative prism. And they see the bad, the negative in things, in people, the negative in situations, the negative in circumstances. And they always see the negative, they cannot see the good. The opposite of tzaras ayin is tov ayin, somebody who's of a generous spirit, who sees the good in people, situations, and events. Says the Chidushe Harim, they look at the blemish on the clothing. Doesn't just mean if the blemish the color of the blemish became lightened. It means from the word ayin. That is to say, how do we cure a person of the problem that brings about tzaras? How do we go from a tzaras ayin to a tov ayin? We have to change the ayin, change the perspective. And by changing the perspective, we move from a stingy spirit, from a negative perspective on life, to a positive perspective on life. And that is the essential goal and the purpose, ultimately, of bringing about awareness to the person by afflicting his garment with tzaras. If he cannot change, then the garment gets thrown away. But if he can change, if he can change the ayin, then everything can change. If he can change the perspective, then everything can change. Furthermore, says the Chidushe Harim, two words, nega, which means the blemish, the disease, and oneg, which means delight. One is pain, one is pleasure, but the letters that make up those two words are the same. What is the difference between nega, the pain of tzaras, and oneg, the pleasure that life can afford the individual? The difference is the placement of the ayin, the perspective that the person takes on the situation and the person and the event. Now, Kadosh Baruch Hu bless us that we are able to have tov ayin, such that we are able to have oneg in life and not, God forbid, nega.